Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend, Cheap Ludes. Before we get too far in the stream, if you are watching this on Twitch, obviously you already follow the Twitch and subscribe or whatever. If you are watching this on YT, you should definitely go holler at the Twitch, dude, for sure. You should definitely go follow me. That would be super sick. So, what can we expect from NBA 2K23 My Team this week? Now, I feel like there's kind of a variety of things that we've seen already, and there's a lot of things that I feel like in general are pretty easy to tell. You can tell Katana is very passionate about the subject, being she has not stopped meowing in the last probably 36 minutes for some reason. You can probably hear her in the background, meow, meow, meow. It's not driving me insane at all, for sure. Definitely not bothering me in any way, shape, or form. Oh, thankfully I love my cats. It's great. Anyways, 2K is pretty easy to predict, at least for the rest of this season. Once you start to kind of understand and learn the flow of things in regards to like how 2K does them, it gets pretty easy to kind of understand and predict what they're going to do to a certain extent. So let's get started. Monday, some more XP stuff. I would assume we're going to get another, week 5 part 1 type thing. My guess is, I would assume anyway, that we get some trophy pieces in here. The reason being is they have touted that Galaxy Opals will be available at the end of the season, so at least one of them anyhow. So they should give us more pieces probably within this week 5 part 1, 2, and 3 that we're going to get this week. Now they're going to be ridiculous, like, don't get me wrong, like, you would think they'd stop doing things like win 4 triple threat online games in a row, but that's just not 2K, you know what I mean? They're definitely going to do stuff like that for sure, 100%. There's just no way around it. Now, as far as Tuesday goes, Tuesday is going to be kind of an interesting pack because we kind of already know what the shades of are. So we're getting Chet Holmgren, Johnny Davis, and Jalen Williams. Now, as far as the shades of players, the players who are kind of the analogs for the rookies, I honestly have no idea what they're going to do in this regard. Like, I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about Jalen Williams. I know he's 6'6". 209. I'm not really sure who his kind of shades of analog is going to be. So it's going to be kind of interesting. I'm going to say just kind of a random one. I'm going to say either like Aaron Gordon or maybe Patrick Williams. I know that isn't like a perfect analog, but at the same time, like, I don't know. It just kind of tracks. I don't know who they're going to be. Chet, I think, is going to be Kristaps, though. Kristaps, I think, is definitely coming on Tuesday for Chet. It's not Kristaps. I mean, I could see it being Durant, I guess, but I think it's Kristaps makes a lot of sense. Like, that would kind of be like the perfect analog. And if we get a PD Kristaps, like, he might actually break the auction house. Like, KG has been going for a consistent 900K to $1 million. I can only imagine what Kristaps will be going for. And you would think that people used all their MT on Garnett, but you would be super wrong about that because there's people out there with like 4 or 5 million MT at this point. So it is what it is. Johnny Davis, I would assume it's going to be a score first guard, similar to how we got Jason Richardson and Jalen Green the last 2 weeks. So he's probably going to be the diamond, and I really do not know who exactly his shades of player would be. Once again, another score first guard. Who that could be, I have no idea. Now, looking at the actual Tuesday Takeover Players, there is absolutely no rhyme or reason as to who that's going to be. Alex English and Darren Williams were pretty not good at all. Donovan Mitchell was really fire. I don't think we're going to get another one of those for sure. Elgin Baylor was kind of terrible with a horrible grind. So, yeah, I really don't know. Let me look at the Takeover Players in general, though, and just see kind of what we're getting, and I can kind of at least generalize what might come from like a position standpoint. So we got Alex English, who's a small forward. Kemp's a power forward. Darren Williams is a point guard. Bill Russell. We got 2 small forwards already. Iggy was a shooting guard, kind of forgot about him already, and Donovan Mitchell was technically a shooting guard. So I would assume, based on what we've received already, and Jason Kidd was a point guard. So I would assume based on what we received already, we probably receive another center and another shooting guard, would be my assumption. I mean, technically speaking, Alex English could be considered a shooting guard, but he's primary small forward. I could be totally wrong about this. It's just kind of my assumption. Dude, I really have no idea who it's going to be, though. Like, I have no idea. Truly. Like, it could be anyone for Takeover. Just know we're going to get another Takeover player, and being that it is a Tuesday one, it's not going to be incredibly good, so just know that. Next up, Wednesday, we probably get another one of these weak parts, like whatever. Nothing really good is going to come on Wednesdays. I really do believe, and I've said this in like multiple videos, that Wednesdays need to be a short grind day, right? You can do your little Takeover player on Tuesday. You can do your Takeover player on Friday. Wednesday needs to have a grindable player every single Wednesday that's easy to get. Whether that's like a moments guy once the season starts, or just like you could do throwback moments in the very beginning, moments during the season, and then throwback moments at the end. Easy grinds, couple hours, and not like a content creator 3 hours, because like a content creator 3 hours is like a real person's 10 hours, right? Like, I know people keep saying that it takes 3 hours to get Alex English, and I mean, if you're really grinding super hard on the same challenge over and over and over again, it probably does, but me trying to do it in different game modes, it's taken much longer than 3 hours for me personally. So a real 3 hour grind, like a real one, for sure. Thursday, we're going to get our teases, and the Friday content is going to be wild, by the way. I want to point that out now. The Friday content is going to be cracked out. The reason I say that, they always drop ridiculous content right before 250K qualifiers, which are this upcoming week. So looking back to 2K22, so around this time in 2K22, let's take a look, around October 9th. So first qual, I don't remember exactly when that was, but right around October 8th was Flash 2. So we haven't gotten any Flash sets yet or any glitched players, period. And honestly, this set wasn't crazy, but we did get James Harden. James Harden was a free grindable card. I don't expect them to do that again, being they've been pushing the takeover cards kind of hard, but we'll see. But we did get Isaiah Thomas and Anthony Davis. So I would expect that we're going to get something super cracked out. Now, it's not going to be Anthony Davis or Isaiah Thomas, obviously, but the 15th we actually got limited edition, and I believe for qualifier purposes, I want to say that we got a limited edition set right before the qualifiers, and I want to say that was limited edition 2, and they released cards like in the middle of the qualifiers, I'm pretty sure, like right before. DBG brought this up on the podcast that they could easily do this again. Now, I think for sure they're going to do a similar concept to limited edition, if not outright limited edition again, where you get guaranteed cards for VC with kind of the same limited edition, rotating cards throughout the weekend thing. I think they liked that a lot, so I would expect them to do it again. So don't be shocked if you see that pop up again, because they made probably a lot of money on that, so I would expect them to do another concept just like that. So is it going to be exactly the same? Not necessarily, and could it be later on instead of tomorrow? Yes. But I would expect to see that relatively soon, and we've already seen them do this, with the Shades of cards. Like, going into the Shades of market, you can straight buy these guys for 15K VC, right? So I fully expect them to do exactly what they did with the limited edition packs. And they even have the Shades of bundle over here, where if you missed any of them, you can pick them up. So don't be surprised to see that again, but I would expect something pretty cracked on Friday. My assumption and my number one guess would be LeBronathan. LeBron would be the guy that I'm kind of thinking that they're going to drop. Him or KD would be my guess. Now, I could very easily be wrong about this. This could be incorrect, but prior to this, let me take a look here and see what exactly we got here prior. So at this time last year, I don't believe we had already seen Dwayne Wade and LeBron James already in the Signature Series 1. We could also see a Signature Series type thing too, where they send multiple versions of the cards too, but I think that is something we'll see later. I think they're probably going to go more in line with the limited edition or Flash concept. Now, we could see another large-scale promo like they've been doing, similar to just the sets we've been seeing. They've done 5 of them already. So it would It would shock me to see them do this again, honestly, knowing 2K. I would expect them to mix it up. Regardless, I think we're going to see like LeBron or KD. Someone just cracked right before the qualifiers because 2K is trying to make sure they get that pack revenue up. If qualifiers are on Saturday, they want to release something super ridiculous on Friday so that it gets people buying packs. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. I mean, that's not something that we haven't seen before from 2K, so I would expect that to be the case. Now, regardless, with the limited edition set last year, I mean, we did see some big names. Like, we got MJ with the first one. Was he the greatest? No, not necessarily, but we did see him. The next one, what did we get? Tatum and Kemp, which wasn't that great, but we also got Paul George too. So it's like, I don't know if they're going to do that again. I would hope they don't do limited time cards again, but of course they're going to do limited time cards again. And it's going to be like a box topper situation as well. So I don't know. I guess we'll see Friday. But it's concerning because I just know like how 2K gets down prior to the actual like qualifiers, that they always go sicko mode on the microtransactions every single time right the day before the qualifiers. Shout out to everybody qualifying. I am just so terrible at this game. I will not be trying to qualify this weekend. I will still stream it though, which will be fun, but at the same time, like, I'm definitely not trying to qualify, like, absolutely not. Also, shout out everybody in the chat, shout out to Smoke for the raid. Thank you. What's up, brother? How you doing? Why did I say that? That sounds like it's like I just automatically spawned a Harley Davidson t-shirt or like an IBEW t-shirt the minute I said brother, I swear. Anyways, it's all good. Yeah, this is the YT video. You know what it is. Like, Anyways, this weekend is going to suck for sure. I can tell you that right now. If you're somebody who is a no money spent player, or you're somebody who even opens packs, you're going to have a horrible time this weekend because the packs are going to come out on Friday. They're going to have horrible odds. You're going to go on Twitter. You're going to see dudes pulling 5 PDs somehow, even though you spent like way too much of your currency and didn't pull a single amethyst from the set. My suggestion, don't open packs. Watch me open packs, because I swear to God, I have the only realistic pack odds out of any content creator, dude, that doesn't spend like a ridiculous amount of currency. I feel like there's something in the game where once you spend a certain amount of money, the game knows you're addicted to gambling on it, so it just like nosedives your odds, man. I am just convinced that that's a reality. So we'll see what we get, Jump in the comments or in the chat, Let me know what you think we're going to get this weekend, because I'm kind of curious what everybody else thinks. So, it is what it is.